The future for Xbox is very bright. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I'll be covering everything for the next generation and getting all the next gen consoles on day one. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff and you like what you see, hey, maybe consider subscribing. But for now, let's jump into this. So as we know, the strategy for Xbox recently has been to grow their ecosystem and get you to subscribe to their service in one way or another, whether that's through PC, whether that's through their Xbox console, or through game streaming on xCloud. And that strategy has really been paying off as the business continues to grow. The value within Game Pass and with Xbox is amazing. And Xbox revealed some of their financials for the last 3 months, the last period, and it is really looking good. So Xbox has made hundreds of dollars in the past 3 months alone from software and services. Xbox is doing great heading into the launch of the Xbox Series X and S consoles in November. Microsoft announced its earnings for the July to September period, and Xbox was a bright spot. So the gaming revenues rose year over year by 550 million or 22%, due in part to increased spending on game services. The content and services department, Xbox specifically, saw its revenue rose by 30%, which works out to a whopping $649 million increase. Now, how this has grown has been through a couple avenues, and the first one here being with third-party games, because Microsoft gets a cut of 30% of every game that is sold on Xbox. Then obviously Xbox's growth is being fueled through an increase in Xbox Game Pass subscriptions as that continues to grow, and then with their first-party game sales. Now obviously Xbox is just one division of Microsoft, but this has led to the company posting a revenue of $37.2 billion, which is a 12% increase for the period, and a profit of $13.9 billion, which is a 30% increase. Now this is really good news for Xbox if you're someone who's planning to get into the ecosystem or somebody who's already there, because this just tells you that their strategy is really paying off. And Phil Spencer, in a previous interview with Games Reactor, talked about how Xbox back in the day really wasn't investing enough, he thought, into first-party games and first-party studios. When he was the head of first-party games at Xbox before he became the head of Xbox, realized this and realized that that was a problem. So when he became the head of Xbox, that was something he really focused on, and he's really turned the ship around. If we look at the acquisitions that they've made, especially the ZeniMax Media acquisition and just Xbox Game Pass in general. But what that really tells me is that Microsoft is going to see how well this strategy is working, and they're going to continue to invest in their first-party IPs. They're going to continue to try to get more first-party IPs, whether that's through internally with the studios they currently have, or going out and acquiring more studios. And I honestly think they are going to go out and acquire more studios. I think they have holes to fill, and they know that. And I think that they need to get some sort of Japanese studio in the Xbox ecosystem to make great JRPGs in order to get a foothold in Japan, because we know in North America, they do great and they're going to continue to do great. But in Japan, they really need to grow that market. Yeah, all in all, if you're somebody who has an Xbox or is getting into it, like I said, this is great. This is really exciting. It seems like this next generation, the Xbox ecosystem is going to really continue to grow, especially when they see results like this. And we can expect more IPs and potentially more studios coming to Xbox in the future. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What studios do you think that they should acquire? What type of games do you think that they should get? And do you think they're going to invest internally more, or are they going to go out and acquire more studios externally? Thank you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And if you enjoyed what you see, hey, maybe consider subscribing to help the channel grow. I would really appreciate it. I'll be getting all the next gen consoles on day one and making tons of videos on those, so you'll have that to look forward to. Thank you for all your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.